Chapter 1, Section 4, Earth as a System. So the first thing we need to do is define what a system is. It's any size group of interacting parts that form a complex whole. So from Section 2, we talked about the four major spheres that make up the Earth. So the air, the atmosphere, the land, the geosphere, life, the biosphere, and water, the hydrosphere. They all form one big complex whole that interact together to make Earth what it is. There are two types of system. There are closed systems, which are self-contained. That means nothing leaves or enters the system. So for example, an automobile cooling system. Or there are open systems, which does allow for energy or matter to flow in and out easily. So for example, a river system. We have several of these closed and open systems along the Earth. There are two sources of energy that we have for the Earth. The first is the sun. It drives all of our external processes, so weather, our ocean circulation, erosion. And then we have Earth's interior, which drives the inside or the internal processes, so volcanoes, earthquakes, and our mountain building. People in the environment. Our environment is very important. It surrounds or influences the organisms that live there. It can be considered the physical environment you are a part of, which considers your water, your air, the soil, and rock. So those are all pieces that are part of your physical environment. The term environmental is the relationship between people and the natural environment, so how we influence the environment and things that the environment has that obviously influences us. So for example, here in the mountains, there are several places that we can't build because of the structure of the environment. Resources that we have water, we have soil, we have minerals, and we have energy. And we'll talk about all of these when we get into Unit 2, talking about the geosphere. There are two different types of resources. There are renewable, those that can be replenished, so plants, energy from water, wind, things that reoccur naturally and quickly. And then we have non-renewable. Those cannot be replenished anytime in the near future. So metals, fuels, certain elements that you can find within the Earth. Okay, so these take millions of years to come back. Now, if you take a look at the image down in the bottom corner, there is a list of several different things. So we have solar energy all the way down to atmosphere, we have oceans, water, all of those things. What I want you to do is there is a table in your video notes. I want you to list which of these are renewable and which of these are non-renewable. So if you need to pause the video at this time to go ahead and do that, go ahead and list those as whether they are renewable or non-renewable. All right, going ahead and moving on, we do have some environmental problems. Some of these are caused by people in society, so urban air pollution, acid rain, ozone depletion, and global warming. Those are all things caused by people. And then we have natural hazards like earthquakes and landslides that are occurring naturally. That's not necessarily because of anything that we as humans do. So for today, we've done two videos. We did 1.2 and 1.4. So I want you to go back into your Earth book and I want you to read sections 1.2 and 1.4. And then in the environmental book, which is what you have on your iPad, I want you to read sections 2 and 3 from chapter 3. Okay. Once you have read those or scanned over those and done the definitions, you'll need to do lesson 3 handout. And then the parts of the Earth handout, which we did right after section 2 video, is due today. So make sure you turn that into the box before you leave. Now tomorrow we will start section 5 for chapter 1. We'll do lesson 4 handout with that, and lesson 3 handout will be due. And that's it.